Hey, what's up guys? Radku here, back with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. And today is going to be Red Eyes. Now, this deck is super cool because it has a bunch of great or a few great extra deck cards. Stuff like Red Eyes Dark Dragoon and Flare Metal Dragon can make complete lockouts to your opponent. And this deck in general is super powerful, but nowhere near budget. This deck is very, very expensive. Just to get the Red Eyes Baby Dragon is so expensive. But this deck can have a great payoff and has a decent competitive win rate, enough to be at least a rogue contender. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into the deck profile. Starting things off, I play, of course, 3 Red Eyes Black Dragon. Some people will only play 2 and play 1 Flare Metal, or Flare Dragon. But I prefer 3 because it can help with your fusion plays, as well as you want to have the full value of your deck played out. And you can brick with this, but we have plenty of cards to help unbrick your hand. Then I play 1 copy of Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon. This card is a Gemini monster, and it has a decent burn damage. After it's been double summoned, if damage calculation is performed involving this card at the end of the battle phase, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to this card's original attack. So 2400 burn damage is really, really good. And in general, this is just like an upgraded version of Red Eyes Black Dragon. But Flare Metal doesn't exactly get all the same benefits that Red Eyes Black Dragon does for being a normal monster. So there are some conflicts there, but definitely a really good one of inclusion. 3 copies of Red Eyes alternative Black Dragon. I played 3 copies of this just because it can help with removing cards from your hand. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by attributing 1 Red Eyes monster from your hand or field. So this can help just summon out from just tributing a Red Eyes, which is the reason why I play 3 Red Eyes. And then if this card in its owner's possession is destroyed, you can target 1 level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster in your graveyard, except alternative dragon, special summon it, and if it was Red Eyes Black Dragon that was special summoned, its original attack becomes double, and you use its effect by getting rid of a Red Eyes in your hand, so you can use that to renew the effect and get a 4800 attack Red Eyes on the field. Then I played 3 copies of Noctivision Dragon. This card is really good because it's level 7. It's basically a free special summon. It's also effect negation. Like a hand trap-esque card, which is really good, and it's again a special summon on a level 7 monster, which can easily help you get to your Flare Metal Dragon, and this deck kind of works around being able to get multiple copies of Flare Metal on the field. Then I played 3 copies of Black Metal Dragon. You can target 1 Red Eyes you control, equip this card to it from your hand or field. It gains 600 attack. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, add 1 Red Eyes from your deck to your hand. So this can help search. It says Red Eyes card, so you can search your fusion, your insight, and even you can search your some of your other Red Eyes monsters, which can really, really help in terms of any effect in general, because you can help renew your Red Eyes with Blackstone, or if you need to unclog your hand, you can use alternative. So then I play 2 copies of Blackstone a Legend and 2 copies of Baby Dragon. Blackstone's effect, you can special summon, tribute this card, special summon 1 Red Eyes from your deck. So this can help easily get into your Red Eyes your Red Eyes. Also, you can use it to get into some of your smaller Red Eyes, like your Flare Metal or your Black Metal if need be, but it isn't exactly required to do that. And then you can target 1 level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, add this card to your hand. So it can renew it, and it has a great special summon effect. Then I play 2 copies of Red Eyes Baby Dragon, probably one of the most expensive cards in the main deck. When this card is destroyed by a battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Red Eyes monster from your deck. So it's a similar effect to Legend, except this needs to be destroyed, not tributed. So that could come up as an issue, but if you have like a full-on solid board, you can just set this in defense position, and then you can trigger its effect pretty easily. Then I play 1 copy of Gearfried, the Red Eyes Iron Knight, just so that, because it's decent, plus you can use it to go into Slash Dragon, and it can use the Red Eyes to gain effect, the Red Eyes name. Then I play 1 copy of Tempest, Dragon Ruler of the Storms, or of Storms. This card is just the only Dragon Ruler that we can play, and probably a really good one just in general. Then I play 1 Dark Magician for Dragoon plays. Plus you do have ways of renewing your Dark Magician, so you can use it to go into multiple. Then I play 3 copies of Red Eyes Fusion. A lot of people won't play 3 copies of this, which is really dumb because Red Eyes Fusion is so powerful. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster listed that lists a Red Eyes monster as fusion material from your extra deck, using monsters from your hand, deck, or field as fusion material. And if you do, its name becomes Red Eyes Black Dragon. You cannot normal or special summon other monsters the turn you activated it, sure, but it's really powerful if you just want to turn 1 Dragoon lock your opponent, or at the end of your turn, you can just pop this down and lock your opponent out with cards like, again, Dragoon or Slash Dragon. Great turn ender. And if you have just a clogged up hand, you can activate it and instantly go into any of your Red Eyes fusions. 3 copies of Allure of Darkness. Really good card because this deck is mostly dark monsters. Actually, all dark monsters except for Tempest. But this can also help unclog your hand if you have like a Red Eyes in your hand and you don't really have anything to combo off with. You can use Allure to get back your Red Eyes. Then I played 3 copies of Return of the Dragon Lords. This card is just a free special summon from the grave, and it's a battle protection, so if need be, you can pop this down and summon your monster in defense position. Just leave it there. It can help you really well if you're stuck in a sticky position. 3 copies of Cards of Redstone. This is really only played so that you can unclog your hand. We play a lot of cards that can help unclog your hand. Alternative, Cards of Redstone, and Allure. This is basically a pot of greed for this deck. And it gains you advantage because you're getting rid of a Red Eyes in your hand so that you can so that your hand isn't clogged up. Then I play 3 copies of Insight, send 1 Red Eyes from your hand or deck to the grave, then add 1 Red Eye spell or trap from your deck to your hand, except Insight. So again, this can send from the deck, which makes it a free Dragoon. So the thing is that you can do so many combos that can instantly get you into a turn 1 Dragoon so easily. And basically you can do anything to lock down your opponent with almost any of these cards in your hand that can search it. Then 1 copy of Monster Reborn, 1 Dragon's Ravine, and I do play the Romulus in this deck to search it. 2 copies of Return of the Red Eyes. Basically, this is if you control a Red Eyes monster, you can target 1 normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Red Eyes in your graveyard and special summon it. So it is a continuous. So that means you can activate it. It is a hard once per turn, but it's multiple special summons, which is so good. And then this is basically the single turn one for it. This can special summon a Red Eyes from your graveyard. So that is it for the main deck. Very, very solid main deck. it's very consistent. Even though you do have so many high level monsters, they can either special summon themselves from your hand or help unclog your hand, which is really, really good. Then for the extra deck, I play 3 copies of Flare Metal Dragon, probably one of the best cards in your extra deck. Helps create a great lockdown against your opponent. Plus, this can really help if it comes to it to get out of some battle situations, because it can't be destroyed by card effect, and it has a decent amount of defense and attack. One Big Eye, just generic. One Dark Armed, the Dragon of Annihilation, again generic. 2 copies of Dragoon, Dragoon for negation, and you're playing a Red Eyes deck. You can't not play Dragoon. 1 copy of Slash Dragon, just because that's the reason I play the Gearfried. And again, with Red Eyes Fusion, you can turn end and lock your opponent. I have Comet Dragon in here, even though you can't really make it. You don't really have any level 6s in the deck, but I kind of just put it in as an inclusion, because you could put in the Gemini Red Eyes monster. Then I play 1 Borrelsword for OTK, 1 Saryuja, because this can help unclog your hand super, super well in this deck, 1 Verte for Dragoon locks, because if you don't have an Insight or a Fusion or an Allure, or even like any of your unclogging cards like these two, which is highly unlikely, you can use Verte to pull off a 1-turn Dragoon. 1 Romulus to search the ravine, and both the guard dragons, because this deck can easily use the guard dragons to summon a Red Eyes from the deck, which is super, super easy. Or if need be, you can use Pisty to summon back a Dragon Ruler if like you're stuck. You do have the Monster Reborn to bring back the Dark Magician, so you can also use Pisty to bring back Dragoon to lock your opponent some more. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck profile. Very solid deck, and it's pretty competitive. Even though like it's not very acknowledged, it is very, very good with Dragoon locks, with Flare Metal lockdown, and with very, very powerful main deck cards. It's pretty much just a really, really good deck in general. So yeah, please like, subscribe, share, comment, let me know what you thought, and let me know if there's anything that you think I should add to this deck. Do you think I should take away this or add the Gemini monster, which can be summoned, or can't be summoned with Red Eyes Fusion, which makes it kind of hard. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I will see you in the next Yu-Gi-Oh video. Peace, guys.